Hey guys, it's Carrie Ann from Everything Mom, and this week has been all about talking self-esteem and social media and body image. And if you're on social media, you probably have seen the YouTube video from that 19-year-old Australian model talking about how much social media is sort of staged and a lie, and how unhappy she was, and how she was, making this new movement to change and to, I guess, shed light on what she feels is something that other people should be aware of. To be honest, it's not a new topic. I guess my takeaway from watching the video is different from a number of other people who I know who use social media for work and are online. Is I'm seeing a lot of these people on Instagram posting. There's this sense that the video means that they need to sort of justify or explain what they're doing, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think if you're on, for example, Instagram, and you're talking fashion or you're talking food, then yes, you're going to want to post the best pictures possible, and that means, staging, and that may mean hours to get that one shot, and I get that. We all, even as families, understand about staging those moments. You can't tell me any Christmas card photo that people send out is a real image of what family life is like, because everybody's going to wear their favorite outfit, their hair's going to be done perfectly, and it probably took hours to get that photo with nobody fighting, everybody looking, everybody having the smile. So even as families, we get that there are sometimes things have to be staged, that you want to portray the best. The video, to me anyways, wasn't more about, how we should, or people on social media should change what they do. I took it more about a message to younger people like my kids who are entering the world of the online world and social media, more of a message to them. Because she does say in her video that starting at the age of 12, she started to idolize and strive to be part of this world that she was watching on her phone and computer screen, this social world, to be accepted. If you are a parent and have a young teen or tween who's getting into social media, it is a perfect segue into having that conversation, if you haven't already, though I'm sure many parents have, about the reality of social media. You have to view it as entertainment and not sort of reality, and having that conversation about what they see and not to take it at face value. And also when it comes to sharing their own content. So if you have kids who are posting on Instagram, and to not worry so much about the number of likes that something gets, or the perfect outfit, or any of these things, putting the pressure on themselves to live up to, an ideal that's shared on social media that isn't, in most cases, reality. And it used to be, when I was growing up, the issue would just be what you see in magazines or what you see on TV. But now social media has brought in a whole other arena that parents my age never had to deal with. And so it's an area that our kids have to deal with. I think it comes back on us as parents. We can't rely on those who are sharing these images to alter things based on young people. The hope is that some of it, especially in marketing and advertising, when we're talking about photoshopping and the reality of what we see in ads versus the fantasy that's portrayed, we're seeing more celebrities talk about this and pull away from faking it. Hopefully we'll see some change in what we as consumers ingest in media, traditional media, social media. But I think we also have to take some responsibility as parents to have that conversation with our kids about what is real, what isn't real, and the tricks that people do, that not to set the bar based on something they see in social media, not to be consumed by social media is the other thing, not to make it your life, that you pull away from all the things that you like to do offline and now everything becomes what you do online, and that persona that you create. Because I think at some point, like with this model who came on, it's easy to create this facade, this fantasy life and image of yourself online with edit tools and retakes, that at some point it gets to the point where you prefer your online made up life over reality. And I think that's something that as parents, we always have a concern with our kids. Technology online has so many great benefits that young teens can use. It's a form of expressing themselves creatively, getting inspired, giving them a voice, and following other people that have a voice, and set sort of the positive attributes that we like to see in our kids, supporting others and speaking up. And I mean, there is this whole community and aspect of a community beyond what we had growing up, just whatever was in our neighborhood. So that's what I liked about the video. It was a message I think a lot of parents are trying to communicate to their kids about how online world isn't as real as many portray it to be, and to be careful with it. But it's coming from a voice that maybe our kids can relate to it a little more. It isn't a parent or an old person saying and not understanding technology and not getting where kids are at and what's cool, and just saying stuff to be a downer because that's what parents do. If you haven't seen it, certainly I think you should take a look at it. Show your kids if you have kids, and then start that conversation if you haven't already. Whether you feel your kids are in social media or not, at some point they probably will be, or they may be denying it and are on. I think it's always a good role for a parent to be that open space where kids can come to, that safe space where kids can come to talk about issues that are coming up. And if you start the conversation about, be careful when you're online, I think it does a disservice to our kids to keep them ignorant about the tools that we hope or think they're not using. I think using technology and using social media is one of those conversations that we have to have with our kids. And this video might be a great way to start that conversation and open the dialogue and talk to them to see if they have friends, or maybe they've heard stories. And I guess that's this week, and I will see you guys next week. So thanks for stopping in, and have a great week. It's Carrie Ann from Everything Mom. Bye.